Thanks for tuning in, everybody. AK here. So we've had this Model Y for the last 3 months now. In that time, we've managed to drive 2,000 miles on it. Here is what we've discovered with our ownership experience. Before we continue, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. That way we can get this video in front of more car buyers like you. You're here for what to look out for. So let's go ahead and start with the niggles. The Tesla Model Y is a car with a bit of a learning curve. This car has probably zero traditional controls, except for the power window switches. Other than that, you're gonna have to learn every little bit of it. It took me 20 minutes just to find the odometer to check the mileage of this thing. And it was just right here. How the heck would I know? Like right now, I'm struggling to find the digital manual on the screen. And I also find myself forgetting how to do functions that I previously done before. It's even more frustrating trying to figure it out the second time because you've already done it before. I really wish that there was an easily accessible help button that you can instantly search for anything on the car. Or perhaps an AI Alexa equivalent that you can talk to. I didn't even know that this car had a heated steering wheel until I started messing around in the climate menus. This car is truly the future. I just don't like how you have to figure it out so much. Second niggle. It does not have a heads-up display. There is no instrument cluster on the Model Y. All your information is on the central screen. In the Model Y, you have to look away from the road to check your speed. You're gonna have to take a look at this screen on the right. The Model Y desperately needs a heads-up display. I really wish it had the same kind of augmented reality heads-up display that Hyundai and Kia are gonna be releasing with their new EVs. And since Tesla is such a leader in technology, I'm really surprised that they don't have this. Sure, there's some aftermarket options out there, but even way cheaper Mazdas have heads-up displays. Third niggle. The ride is too sporty. Dare I say horrendous on bad roads. The suspension is definitely on the sporty side. That means it's not the most comfortable on less than perfect roads. If you manage to find yourself on a bumpy road, you're gonna have to slow down a lot just to save your spine from cracking in half. I know, I tend to exaggerate sometimes, but get this thing on a bumpy road, you will see what I mean. Fourth niggle. The cargo capacity is deceiving. In order for the Model Y to have these sexy looks, sacrifices have to be made to the interior. Like the sloping of the rear windshield. It slopes at such a dramatic angle that it severely limits the height of your cargo. Another reason for its sporty and sexy looks is how low the car sits on its wheels. This makes the wheel wells really cut into the cargo area, more so than other crossovers. Since the car is sitting real low on the wheel wells cut into the cargo area right here. It isn't as wide as it should be, or as it could be with other crossovers. So if you had something like a set of golf clubs right here, with a regular crossover, this would be fine going in sideways, no problem. Because as you can see here, it's so narrow that you can't fit a golf set sideways. There are cutouts behind the wheel wells where you can possibly stick both ends of the golf bag, but it's less than ideal. For loading cargo with any kind of length to it, you're gonna have to sacrifice a seat. Luckily, you can fold down the center seats separately. It's really the larger and taller items that you're gonna have trouble with. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of storage on the Model Y. There is a decently large storage bin underneath the load floor of the cargo area. There's also a frunk that can fit a standard size carry-on roller. The infotainment system on this car is truly next level. Let's start with the screen. The screen is really good. The resolution leaves nothing to want. You know, I've found myself watching movies and YouTube while this thing is parked in the garage. I mean, think about it. You're sitting in a really comfortable pleather seat. You're looking at a super high-res screen and you're enveloped in a 22 speaker surround sound system with 2 subwoofers and 2 amplifiers. The sound system is tuned so well, it really gives you that theater experience. Listening to music is a very, very rich experience in the Model Y. Music truly envelops you like none other in this car. I actually made a video reviewing the sound system of the Model Y. Link in the description, check it out. All the way down to the way it's built. You can really blast this sound system with almost no distortion. And since it's a quiet electric car, you don't have the drone of an engine drowning out some frequencies of your music. The other thing I really like about this car is the interior design. The layout of the interior is one of the best parts for me. I really love not having an instrument cluster and a binnacle in front of you. The lack of dashboard, along with the glass roof, really gives me the feeling of flying once I start getting into the driving. It feels like the car just disappears around you. The glass roof is truly magnificent. Although, I do recommend sunscreen on really sunny days. The next best part for me is Autopilot. Autopilot is truly the best thing to happen to cars since I started driving. The way this thing deals with mind-numbing traffic is truly commendable. Spoiler alert, this car is really fun to drive, so when the roads do clear up, you're gonna want to drive it yourself. It's when the roads get bogged down in traffic where you can truly appreciate Autopilot. I don't know about you, but one of my least favorite places to be in the world is in a traffic jam. I'm usually an irritable mess driving through freeway traffic, and all of that goes away with Autopilot. I mean, you turn it on, you set your follow distance, and then you chill. Of course, I can't wait for full self-driving, but I gotta say, Autopilot is bomb diggity. The last and most important part of the Model Y for me is the way it drives. When you drive the Tesla, you feel like there's nothing else faster than you on the road. You look where you want to go and then you're effortlessly transported there with little to no fuss. Maneuvers on the freeway that require a lot of engine revs and a lot of noise, the Tesla seems to do it just like an afterthought. The effortless power is truly addictive. You know, every other car feels slow after driving a Tesla. Not only is the Tesla super fast, it can put the power down. The suspension is definitely a sporty one. But that little bit of discomfort goes away when you start driving the Model Y fast. That discomfort turns into precision in the turns. It means cornering really flat. It means handling really well for a big family car. It means the sense of security that the Model Y will be firmly planted to the road. You know, the steering, though a bit numb feeling, is calibrated really well and it's really precise. Using regen and one pedal driving is definitely not going to give you that authentic sports car feeling. But what it does give you is an even more precise control of what exactly your wheels are doing. The one pedal driving requires a little bit of getting used to. Once you do, you can really control the car a lot more than on an ICE car. The effortless power, the steering, that awesome suspension, and the tires, they all come together to make the Model Y's driving experience a truly addictive one. And perhaps the next best thing about the Model Y is that it was designed and built right here in the good old USA. So all in all, do I still recommend the Model Y? Hell yeah! This thing is fun and functional, to say the least. It truly makes regular cars feel dumb. So that's all I got for you. Thanks for tuning in for this review on AK's Thoughts. Please help my channel by liking this video and go ahead and subscribe. Thank you.
Fun. It's not just pretty fun. It's like the way I've described it is it makes other cars seem stupid.